Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Investing Explained. Here's today's question. Once somebody has a good deal with good bones, a good property, and it's set up to be a good success, how do they not blow it in terms of their renovation and upgrades? How does somebody know, or how should somebody think about which upgrades to make versus which ones not to make? Like, which upgrade options actually provide the biggest bang for the buck?
Real estate investing, flipping is much like any other business. You're going to have competitors out there, and your job is to provide a product that is better than the competitor for a price that's no higher than the competitor. And it's no different in flipping houses. You want to provide a product, a house that is similar, maybe a little bit better than your competition, but not priced higher. So if you think about, let's say you're selling watches, and the average price of a watch is $200. Yeah, you can go out there and you can try and sell a $5,000 watch, but you're not going to have a whole lot of buyers that are looking at that price point. Buyers are looking at that median price point for watches in their market. Same thing with houses. If the typical renovated house in your market sells for $200,000, your house at the end of the day should probably sell for about $200,000. If you're going to over improve that house thinking that you're going to get $250,000 or $300,000 in a neighborhood where all the other houses are getting $200,000, you're probably going to be disappointed for a couple of reasons. One, you're not going to find a lot of buyers. Buyers don't want to buy a $250,000 house in a $200,000 neighborhood. People don't like to have the nicest house in the neighborhood. And number two, even if you can get somebody who might say, okay, I'll pay $250,000 for that house, it's going to be difficult to get an appraiser or a bank to give you a loan for $250,000 in a neighborhood where the houses are worth $200,000, because that's not good collateral for the lender. So what I tell people, first of all, is know your competition. Know what the average housing price in your market is, and that should be what you're targeting. You also don't want to target too far below market value, because people don't like to buy houses that are too far below market value, because they know that when they sell, they want to be able to sell at market value. If you're selling too far below market value, people are wondering what's wrong with the house. Why is this house $20,000 in every other house out there? Maybe it's because you're altruistic and you just want to give somebody a really great deal, but most people don't believe that. So typically you want to target the median house price in your area. Now, you want to be able to do that, but you want your house to be a little bit better than the competition. So if your competition has, let's say, granite countertops and laminate hardwood flooring and decent light fixtures, you want your house to have granite countertops and laminate hardwood flooring and decent light fixtures. Maybe you do a couple upgrades. Maybe instead of laminate hardwood, you use real hardwood. Maybe you do a nice lighting package so that your light fixtures are a little bit nicer. Maybe you do what a lot of people refer to as a sizzle feature. So for example, you put like in a really, really nice upgraded shower head, or you put in a really nice kitchen range and vent fan. You do something that makes the house stand out, but 90% of your house should be similar to all the other houses or all the other renovated houses in your neighborhood. For a couple of reasons. One, again, you don't want to over improve. Two, if you're making it much nicer, you're probably giving up a whole lot of profit. Even if you can sell it for that same price point, that median price point, if you're putting in an extra $20,000, you don't need to, because to sell at the median price point, you just need to be as good as the competition. So you're giving up $20,000 in profit potentially. And next, people typically buy in a neighborhood because they like the other houses in the neighborhood. And if your house is substantially different, even if it's nicer, if it's substantially different, you're going to potentially lose some buyers. So what I typically recommend is go walk through some other houses. Hopefully there are other houses that have been rehabbed and are still in the market, haven't been sold, that your real estate agent can get you into. Go walk through those houses, see what the investor or the homeowner did when they renovated that house, and target your house at about the same price point and about the same level of repair, with one or two upgrades that make your house stand out.
That's all for this episode of Real Estate Investing Explained. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or subscribe to our YouTube channel to get even more free content.